Sorry about that. So, what I was saying... What I was saying is, if you're in a situation where you feel as though others are putting you down based on any reason, I don't care if you're 11, 12, 25, or 90. You have to think, who am I? Who am I? Because that's what I thought in the store. I was like, who am I? Now, I used to be a person with anger issues who would have turned around and knocked the shit out of that self-righteous prick that was calling me names. But that's not who I am anymore. See, I'm stronger than he is. Because I don't have to go out into a store and call other people names to make myself feel better. So, obviously, I already have a hand up on that idiot. And while in my head I was thinking, you Neanderthal, get a life. You have nothing better to do with your evening than to follow me around and act like a dumbass. It's pretty sad. You have to think, who am I? So I thought to myself, well, I am a lesbian, that's true. So him calling me a dyke doesn't really hurt me. I am overweight. It's a fact. Him saying it doesn't really make me feel worse about myself. The words, you don't have to let them affect you. You don't have to let them affect you. It's a choice. You can ignore what they say to you. You can, I don't care what you call me. You can call me names all damn day long. Unless I believe it, your words mean nothing. If somebody puts their hands on you, you defend yourself. My friends, I'm not advocating violence. I'm simply saying you are so... Sorry, that was Phoebe. You are so much stronger than you will ever possibly know. And you are not, and I'm giving you an order here, you are not to let anyone put their hands on you. You are not to let someone physically abuse you. You are not to let someone abuse you in any way. Now, the verbal shit, I tell you, don't let them affect you. But the physical stuff, don't let anyone put their hands on you. And if you can't stop them, you get help. And I'm not saying Asher's to blame. He was a victim. And I'm horrified and saddened by what I'm hearing about what happened to him. But in the end, you can stop other people from putting their hands on you. I don't think it was simply the physical stuff that made Asher go home and take his life. I think it was quite honestly the combination. On some level, it was so much, and he felt so alone, that he didn't feel like it was worth the struggle of going on. And I'm not trying to pretend as if I understand, because I'm not there, and what I've gone through is pale in comparison to what he has. I guess what I'm trying to say is that to those of you that abused Asher, I hope someday somebody gives you exactly what you gave to Asher. A complete lack of compassion and all of the hatred in their heart. For you to take your hatred and spew it onto another human being is unforgivable. And my friend Henrik was asking if we feel that it should be manslaughter. Because, and I believe that he said, I'm going to pull it up now. I believe that Henrik said that let me pull up the dictionary. Come on. Here we go. Manslaughter. The unlawful killing of a human being without express or implied malice. Involuntary manslaughter. Why is there a video coming up? I don't want to see this video. I just want my definition. Manslaughter resulting from the failure to perform a legal duty expressly required to safeguard human life from the commission of an unlawful act not constituting a felony. What? Based on the definition of manslaughter, the unlawful killing of a human being without express or implied malice. So, an example of that would be drunk drivers. That would be manslaughter. And they go to jail all the time. If you're asking me my opinion, Henrik, that was Rufus taking a drink, and he's really loud, so I had to stop him so that I could finish my video. If you're asking if I think that it should be manslaughter, yes. If you torture someone, or a group of people torture someone to the point where they go home and kill themselves, I guess I'm conflicted, because part of it is honestly on them with how they handle the abuse. Having said that, I don't think that Asher is to blame. I'm not saying anything against him because he was a victim and he was tortured from the sounds of it. But part of it is on him. And part of it is how you deal with the abuse that you're dealt. Because, my friends, you do not have to go home and kill yourself. There is always someone out there. Reach out for help if you feel like you're hopeless. If you feel like you have nowhere to go, you always have somewhere to go. You always have somewhere to turn, and there are people that are here for you. I know that there's a line, 1-800-4, the number 4, U, the letter U, and Trevor, Trevor. I think that's it. I'll put that again in the doobly-doo. You guys, nothing is worth forfeiting your life. Nothing. It's horrible. I think that the little children that were enabled to abuse this little boy until he went home and committed suicide, I think that there should be consequences for them. I think that there should be consequences for their families, because you know what type of a child you're sending off to school. And you know when your child is filled with hatred about something, because it probably stemmed from what you think. And parents, you need to look at how you're talking in front of your children. Because if you're talking faggot this, faggot that in front of your children, that's what they're going to know, and that's what they're going to repeat. So for you to act that way is unacceptable, because you are old enough to have your own belief systems and old enough to be responsible about what you say and how you handle yourself in front of your children. And your children may not understand the consequences of going to school and kicking a little boy down a set of stairs because he's on a cheerleading squad or because he looks gay. And you know better. I think as a society, we need to stop. Stop with the hatred. We need to stop. That was Phoebe. She agrees. We need to start having some tolerance, having some compassion. And honestly, what is it to you who other people have sex with? Why is it any of your business? It's not. We don't care who you have sex with. I don't care how many women or how many men any straight person is with. I don't care. I just want to be me, and I just want to be happy. And I'm sure that that's all Asher wanted. But he doesn't have that luxury anymore because he's not with us. And the reason that he's not with us is because of hatred. And that hatred needs to end. And we can all do something about that. So, Henrik, I hope that this is along the lines of what you were looking for. This is all I have for you. Much love. Peep out.